Don't just turn heads, create whiplash with BLACKFIRE Midnight Sun Ivory Carnuaba Wax, available at autopiacarcare.com. What I have here is BLACKFIRE's Ivory Carnuaba Paste Wax, and this can be used as the last step on a detail, or it can be used as the only step. It's a high percentage carnauba wax that's designed to beautify paint while adding a layer of natural protection. BLACKFIRE Midnight Sun Ivory Carnuaba Wax is fortified with refined ivory carnauba, so it's the purest you can put into a jar. It also has the BLACKFIRE wet diamond polymers, which allow it to bond to the paint and get a longer lasting shine. Most carnauba waxes are good for maybe 2 to 4 weeks, some of them 6 weeks in the hot Florida sun. We've tested BLACKFIRE and we've seen it last 3 months by itself. Behind me is a beautiful Ferrari 330 that I've spent about 60 total labor hours preparing for the Cavallino Concours show. So this paint has been polished until there are no swirl marks or scratches, and then BLACKFIRE's polymer sealant, wet diamond, was put down and allowed to cure overnight. Like I said, the ivory wax works by itself if you just like the look of wax, or if you want to add a little bit of a wetter look to the beautiful look of the BLACKFIRE sealant, you can use it on top. And what makes BLACKFIRE a little bit different than other waxes you might be used to using is you do not let this haze. You actually apply it to a section of the paint at a time and then wipe it off while it's still wet. I'm going to set this lid down. Now to apply it, we're going to take the included foam applicator and just give it about a quarter turn in the jar. You don't need a lot of product. Then we're going to kind of spread it out over half the hood, just using either light circular motions, or you can wipe it in straight lines. It really doesn't matter how you apply it, whatever you feel more comfortable, making sure that you get nice and even coverage. And the trick here is to apply it so thinly across the paint that you're not really seeing a lot of caked on residue, you're not building up a lot in the jams. And I just kind of go over each area once or twice, making sure there's complete coverage. And keep working until the wax starts to run dry. There's no harsh solvents in BLACKFIRE, so even if you get it on some of this black rubber trim around the headlight bezel of this Ferrari, it's not going to stain it or turn it white. You can also apply it to all exterior surfaces, so you don't have to worry about it building up in the corners. Now once you apply the wax, go ahead and come back with the included double-sided Supreme 530 microfiber, and you're lightly just going to wipe away the residue. It's going to come right off, and it's going to reveal the shine. Now when you use BLACKFIRE Midnight Sun Ivory Carnuaba Wax on top of the wet diamond polymer sealant, it creates a look that we call wet ice over fire. And that's because the polymers in the wax are actually bonding or sticking to the polymers in the paint sealant. So you're getting the bright reflective gloss of the sealant, and then you're also getting the deep, wet, rich shine of the carnauba wax. So I'm going to finish applying this to the rest of this beautiful Ferrari, and then we're going to ship it down to South Florida for the Cavallino Concours, and hopefully we'll win some awards. BLACKFIRE Midnight Sun Ivory Carnuaba Wax combines nature's finest protective ingredients with BLACKFIRE's proprietary wet diamond polymer system to create liquid wet reflections that ripple underneath the surface of the paint. The result is rich, sharp, clear paint perfection. BLACKFIRE Midnight Sun Ivory Carnuaba Wax uses highly refined carnauba wax imported from Brazil, then double refined to remove all impurities. The paint on this 330 Ferrari simply ripples while the red color pops with brilliance. It looks almost saturated. BLACKFIRE Midnight Sun Ivory Carnuaba Wax brings show quality results to any car, whether on the lawns of Pebble Beach or in your garage. To learn more, visit us at autopiacarcare.com or join our online community at autopiaforums.